Alright, I've seen enough videos am I recommended to want to get my 2 cents on this. I'm glad this year seems to be the year of finally cracking down, publicly cracking down on people who just make shitty low effort drama videos to try and look holier than thou. I know that sounds hypocritical coming from me because I like pull the discount moist critical fucking rambling on about a topic nobody cares about or like no one cares to hear my opinion on. I'm not doing that, by the way. If anyone ever takes that I'm trying to be holier than thou from my videos of like when I was venting about Sniper Wolf and shit like that, I'm sorry. I'm not better than you. I'm not trying to look better than you. And you know, you might be better than me. I'm not here to say that my opinion makes me a better person. Hell, most of the time, usually it seems to make me the opposite. It seems to make me a worse person. I don't know. But this isn't about me. This is about Lolcow channels and other people who are basically soft Lolcow channels because they cover people who aren't Lolcows, but they treat them the same as people who are. It's really just modern day commentary YouTube, like any video where it's discussing the downfall of any person, is basically just the same as it was 10 years ago. It is basically just fucking Leafy is here without the slurs to not get banned. It's fucking sanitized Leafy is here. Like, Leafy is here if he was a pussy. And like, I'm not here to suck Leafy is here's dick. He probably would hate me if he met me. I don't like him. I don't know why I used to watch him 10 years ago. I was 12 years old. That's probably why. But seriously, though, every single fucking one of these motherfuckers talks like Leafy's here, but they're too afraid to say what he usually would say. Because they're like, oh, I need to make my ad revenue. Ooh, I need to make my ad revenue. Bro, you're not special. You're not special because you're trying to make money off a YouTube video. Like, really, you're not. That's another thing. I think I'm just going to lump this into the conversation, too. I fucking hate that we've gotten to the point where people are so worried about getting one video demonetized that they will literally censor everything out of the video that could even be remotely connotated as bad. It's worse than Roblox censorship was back in the day, where you would say the number 13 or some shit to say what your age is, and it wouldn't let you say it. You could not say numbers of any kind because, ooh, what if you're giving your password or something? Oh, yeah, fucking shut up, dude. Like, there's not a million other ways people can steal your account. We've gotten to the point, though, where people will be discussing, like, a predator situation, and then the fucking victim, they'll censor their age, dead ass. Like, they don't just censor the word pedophile and call it PDF file like a little pussy. They'll censor the fucking victim's age. Like, bro, we're talking about people who, if the stars misaligned well enough, this motherfucking degenerate could have met them in person and do God knows what to them. And we're censoring their age out of fear of getting demonetized. What the fuck happened? We're getting worse than those YouTube shorts that'll censor the word mean. I deadass once saw a YouTube short, by the way, that censored the word mean in the captions. We have actually gotten to that. I used to joke about shit like that years ago. We have gotten to that point where people are censoring the word mean and bad. Holy fuck. Alright, I'm getting off track. Basically, on the concept of people who make drama videos who feel holier than thou, it all comes back to Keemstar, like the video I'm going to put in the description, because I just watched that. I didn't even watch the full thing. I stopped at 5 minutes, 30 seconds, because I need to get my thoughts out on this, because I've been kind of just holding it in for years. I'm going to try and not make it about me for once, even though, like, sometimes it applies to me. Not really, though. Basically, the term lolcow should just be abolished, because most of the time when someone's talking about a quote-unquote lolcow nowadays, it's not funny. Like, it's not. When's the last time you laughed at Nova Online being a fucking fat ass? Haha, he's fat. Laugh, please. Except they're not even fat anymore because they took some fucking weird drug to make them not fat anymore. But now people are making fun of him for that. I'm not saying he shouldn't be made fun of. He's like brain-rotted Matrono Ivernon who likes kids. I bet that's a throwback. No one knows what I'm talking about. But, like, at the end of the day, there is no lol in lolcow shit anymore. Like, the only time I remember even fucking laughing at lolcow clip shit like that was Cyrax when Music Biz Marty was still alive. And now that he's dead, what is there to laugh at? It's just a fucking angry man in denial that he's a rapist. Oh, haha. Like, even Cyrax isn't fun anymore. The last fucking funny moment this even came out of his existence was a year and a half ago where he shit himself live. And I'm not here to get onto why that's funny. I mean, like, even if it wasn't someone like him, don't tell me you wouldn't laugh at some guy going, "Oh God," when they're shitting themselves. Like, come on, man. But like, really, Cyrax is like the only guy who even deserves this amount of ridicule too, because he's one of the only ones who's actually went out and acted on his urges. Granted, the other people who only just do this predatory shit online also deserve plenty of ridicule, but the people making garbage, low effort videos for the past few years on fucking random people like Boss Man Jack. This motherfucker would not be popular if it weren't for the people shitting on him constantly. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. He might have even he might have even done something with his life by now. Like, that's the thing. Lolcow channels want them to stay lolcows because if they become a better person and like realize how bad their actions were and maybe get a life, then the fucking money dries up. They literally say, "Oh, don't harass anyone in this video. Don't go harass them." They want that, though, because if they don't do that, they won't get a fucking reaction, and then they won't get their ad revenue. It's fucking pathetic. It's pathetic that I had like a year-long phase where I used to actually watch this shit. What the fuck? What is wrong with me actually enjoying this garbage? Like, even my shitty ass rants take more effort than this motherfucker Smokey MCC, who will probably call anyone who criticizes him a fucking predator defender. Like, any of these motherfuckers, like, it's funny, they all dogpiled on Leaping Lemur when that guy got exposed. But in reality, they're all like the same guy as him. The only difference is that they haven't been exposed yet for doing anything creepy like the people they cover. But they easily could. They just might be better at hiding it. I don't know. Maybe they do their weird creepy shit on an alt account, so they're less stupid than the Leaping Lemur. That could be the only fucking difference, and they could easily be just as horrible of people. In fact, they probably are. Like, usually it's the people who cover other people on the internet for drama. They're usually just as bad as the people they're covering. They just want to make themselves like feel like a better person because they're talking down to others. That's literally every drama video in a nutshell. It's being like, "Yes, this guy's life is ruined, let's go. I can get money off of it." At the end of the day, if some of the people who are just straight up innocent and did nothing wrong don't deserve it at all, they could die one day. And they wouldn't care. When fucking King Cobra, the most innocent man, the only thing he's ever done bad in his life is he tried to have a mantis as a pet and he didn't know how to take care of it. Because he just didn't know how, okay? Like, yeah, he shouldn't have fucking had a mantis as a pet. Big fucking deal, okay? It would have died otherwise. But either way, when that guy passed away, I saw none of the people who were constantly covering him, like, for views and clicks, none of them actually seemed like they cared that he was dead. They seemed to only care because it meant they had less content to make off of him. Because now he's not going to be doing anything anymore because he's fucking dead. He had a heart attack. His dad even had to come on and be like, "Hey, fuck all you guys for milking him for money." It's just so sad. It made me so sad to watch that and know that I used to watch some of the people who were shitting on him for views. Like, poor dude. All he ever did that got him made fun of was just be himself and make funny fucking recipes like Dorito meatballs. And he liked to dress up like a goth guy. Oh no. How dare you do that? That's cringe. Welcome to my cringe compilation where everyone in the comments will tell you to kill yourself. It's literally, like I said, it is Leafy is here in 2026. 10 years later, this guy got banned 6 years ago. Every single other person is trying to be like him, but sanitized. But just barely. Just barely sanitized enough to not get terminated off the platform like he did. It's fucking pathetic. At least go all the way if you're going to be an awful person. At least don't pretend to be a nice guy. That's the thing I hate. I fucking hate people who pretend like they're a good person. Like, if you're a bad person and you're honest about it, I respect you a whole lot more than someone who will just be like, so here we're going to be covering this fucking loser chud named Brad Taste in Music. And this was back, I'm talking about Turkey Tom. You remember that video titled Why Brad Taste in Music Deserves His Downfall? That fucking video was made before and that leaked audio ever happened, by the way. This was just off of his fucking opinion flip-flopping with H3H3 and that one other music reviewer who had terrible opinions on Twitter. That was all there was to bank on, by the way, to not like Brad taste in music. And also him being a lazy motherfucker. Like his whole career was just shitting on other people's music tastes for views. Another person who I kind of regret enjoying at one point, to be honest. Only partially though, not as much because like he used to actually be funny, but no, not anymore. Like I'm not saying I just fuck Turkey Tom in general too. Like Turkey Tom is even more unlikable than most of these Lolcow channels because this motherfucker, just like fucking Leaping Lemur, is a degenerate himself. If anyone remembers that shit where he was like fantasizing someone dressing like a elementary school girl and Hello Kitty shit. This motherfucker is the same guy who was dogpiling on some random furry for trying to sue someone for making up some awful story to ruin their life. I don't remember what their name was. I just remember watching the video and it was about a furry, and some guy who really didn't like him was posting shit on Twitter dogpiling him, and one day he faked a screenshot of him messaging minors and shit to try and like drum up some drama, and it ended up getting sent to the dude's parents, and it ruined their fucking life. It straight up ruined their parents' relationship with them, and they tried to sue them for it. And Turkey Tom over here is like, ooh, loser, you're a furry. I'm gonna fucking try and spin this like you deserve this somehow. I just remember thinking, why the fuck am I watching this guy anymore? His entire career is just bullying people. That's just his career. That's the thing. Like, the thing is there's a difference between criticizing someone like old iDubbbz content cops with a little bit of like personal opinion insults here and there. And then there's fucking other people who their entire career is just finding any little nitpick you can do about a person and just posting a video every single fucking day about it and how you want this guy to die. At the end of the day, most fucking people who end up being branded as lolcows probably would be better people if, ironically, if people did leave them alone. Even though they always say leave me alone, and then they just keep doing everything they can to keep people from leaving them alone. At the end of the day, though, if people did just realize that this guy's gonna fucking realize how pointless what he's doing is if we leave him alone, maybe, just maybe, Chris Chan wouldn't have fucked his mom. Maybe he wouldn't have went insane and turned into the fucking monster delusion that they are now, where they believe that they're God and they can just do whatever the fuck they want. It's just upsetting. It has always been upsetting to me, even when I used to watch this garbage. Like, why the fuck are we even covering this guy anymore? There's nothing to cover. It's just a guy going to brony conventions, getting kicked out and shit, and we're just taking random pictures of them with their one friend that they have left. Really? We're just grasping at straws at this point. He deserves ridicule. Yes, obviously. Chris Chan deserves ridicule for what they fucking did to their mom. Obviously. But making content out of it does not help the situation. You don't need to make a shitty 30-minute long YouTube video about it to criticize Chris Chan. You don't need to. You just straight up don't. The thing is that like sometimes these people will try and have some self-awareness and be like, yeah, I kind of feel like the dogpiling on these people is just kind of pointless because they didn't really do anything wrong. Other times, though, they just seem to miss that, for whether intentionally or not. I don't really know. I need to pause to get my thoughts. All right, I can't really get my thoughts. I can't get my thoughts across. I'm going to have a try to make what I'm supposed to say moment. I'm getting stuck here. I think this just shows how much this topic's fucked up my brain. Like the thing is that some people are unbiased with this type of content. At least it seems like, but most of the time they're not. Usually it's just the very obvious saying, oh, don't go harass this person, but then they show every single fucking thing that they can to try and make their viewers go harass them. That's the thing, is I've never heard anyone say, go harass this person. I've just seen people say, don't harass them, but then be like, suddenly being like, well, actually do. I'm just saying don't harass them so YouTube doesn't ban me. Again, it's just the pussification of YouTube, where people are more paranoid about their fucking depressing YouTube career, they make $10 of ad revenue per video, than actual credibility. It's really embarrassing, It's really fucking embarrassing, and I really wish it would stop. It's never going to fully stop, but I'm glad we're at least going in the right direction where there's people actually standing up to this now and being like, hey, this targeted bullying being disguised as content just needs to go away. It needs to go away. Especially people who cover Hassan Piker and brand him as a lolcow. He's not funny. There's nothing he's ever done is funny. People try and say, oh, his dumbass opinions are funny. They're not. He's just insane. He's just insane. He's just a piece of shit who abuses animals and has a cult fan base who will fucking call you Nazis for daring to be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't pull your dog by the tail. That might hurt a little. It's fucking sickening. What's funny about this? It just makes me upset. It just makes me upset to see a man get away with so much just because he's a popular political commentator. I wouldn't even say that. He's more just a fucking popular lunatic. But a bunch of other lunatics love watching him too. And Twitch just loves sucking his dick for some reason. I do not know why, by the way. I don't know what Twitch has always seen in this guy. He's literally a fucking NPC. Literal NPC. Bro got a career by just sitting on his computer, leaving, and turning on a YouTube video for other people to watch, and just leaving. Fucking XQC and Sniper Wolf did more than that. At least they sat there and maybe sometimes talked while watching the fucking video. Like, holy shit. How did we get here? How did I get here? I've just been rambling on something. No one's gonna watch this. That's the thing. Like, I don't know why I always do these random vents expecting people to watch and see my opinion. Like, no one needs to hear this. That you could probably watch a much better made video that isn't just a black screen with me talking. But yeah, if anything, this is partially an apology for me ever watching Lolcow content, because it makes me a hypocrite, because I always shit on people for trying to milk my downfall for views. It's not really a downfall, it's just some random bullshit drama. And that's not even happening anymore, so I don't know what I'm even talking about. I said it wasn't going to make it about me. You get my point. This shit sucks. This fucking targeted harassment where we're making it like it's okay to go shit on someone because of some fucking Discord screenshot. No, it's not okay. It doesn't help the situation even if they are a horrible person. You're not helping anyone by going in their stream chat and spamming tomato emoji. Just fucking ignore their videos, because then they'll stop making them because they realize no one gives a fuck because they don't want to watch a video from a guy who doesn't deserve it. That's the thing. Like, even outside of this drama bullshit where you're watching people you don't like, hate watching also just needs to go. That shit needs to go too. Why did people watch that fucking Animal Farm remake in the first place? Like, someone tell me? Can someone tell me? Everyone knew, like, alright, this is going to be the worst thing ever. I'm going to go give them my money anyway and go see it so I can make a low-tier fucking YouTube video on it. Why, though? Like, can we ever just do what James Rolfe did with that Ghostbusters reboot 10 years ago and just not watch it? Fucking James was so based for that, man. No one acknowledges it either. People got mad at him for it. That's the thing, is that these people who do hate watch people for content or movies for content, they'll go after you for not doing it. For being like, well, I'm above that shit. I'm going to just not give them my money. And then they'll be like, but then you're not spreading the word on how bad it is. Brother, it's so bad, everyone knows it. You don't need to spread the word. You don't need to. You don't need to spread the word on how this is the worst movie of fucking 2026. Everyone already knew that the second there was a trailer for it, and it looked like a fucking Disney film. It's just kind of just what you could come to. Sometimes you can judge a book by its cover, you know? Granted, that's kind of like a hypocritical statement, considering I'm talking about not judging people by their cover just because of some fucking drama alert YouTube video. But seriously, it's crazy. Another thing is that, does anyone remember when there was that fucking hate campaign against that Minecraft YouTuber Gerg? Speaking of drama alert, that motherfucker, Keemstar, Killer Keemstar himself, was like, actually just saw some fake ass screenshot on Discord and just posted it anyway. He didn't even do any research. That's how little this motherfucker cares. That's how little these people in general care, because everyone's like Keemstar, but let's be real. Like, they may clown on Keemstar for having his shitty Lolcow Live podcast that hasn't been relevant since like a month after it was even launched. The only relevant thing that's happened since its inception is Wings of Redemption assaulting his wife and trying to pretend like it's fake, like it was faked. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna fake domestic abuse for views. If that actually is the case, that doesn't make it better. But all right, sure, go on, Keemstar. You fucking actual chud. Yeah, no, don't ever bring up the I'm on Blog TV right now with my fucking hands up moment. Don't ever bring up that, or he'll get mad at you. Oh no, how dare you criticize me? You're only supposed to criticize the other people on my podcast. It's going back to the holier than thou argument. These people love acting like that they can't be touched. You can't criticize them. You can only criticize the people that they're criticizing. If they criticize you, you're the bad guy. You're the fucking pedo defender. You're the Nazi. You deserve to die. Blah 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 blah. It's so fucking annoying. Stop. Like, I don't like the people who shit on me blindly, but at the end of the day, they're allowed to do that. You're allowed to just think my content's garbage, because at the end of the day, it kind of is. You're not even that wrong. It's just you don't need to be so brutal about it for the people who are. But yeah, these ramblings always turn into me like having 10 seconds of silence because I don't know what to say. I need to stop. You probably know what my opinion is at this point. This fucking filth. It needs to go. Like I said, it needs to go. We need to stop giving these people hundreds of thousands of subscribers by literally just sitting in their swamp ass pretending like they're less fucking greasy than the people they're yapping about in their hour-long video about Nova Online's food reviews and how messy his house looks. Whoa. Yeah, really? You think I didn't know that by looking at the video that you're playing in the background? You don't need to be Captain Obvious. We fucking know. We fucking know he's a messy greaseball. You smart ass. Jesus Christ. And you know what's crazy is this somehow got Chris Hansen involved. Like, how the fuck did you even manage to do that, you absolute nobodies? Anyway, I said I was going to end the video a minute ago. Typical me fashion. I didn't, so now I'm actually going to.